Politically Speaking with Dick Morris. Not the usual take, but a podcast from a political insider who's really at heart an outsider.
Historian Victor Davis Hanson writes in his important new book, Dueling Populisms, the propagators of globalism grew arrogant and dismissive of the middle-class Americans who had made their triumph possible. Even Republicans and conservatives fell victim to the sin of arrogance. Quoting Hanson, among contemporary conservatives, there was a growing complaint that the Republican Party had often forgotten the reminders of Edmund Burke and Alexis de Tocqueville that small property owners were stewards of conservatism and traditional norms and customs. They forgot that, according to Hanson, the ownership of a home or a business or a retirement savings plan is the key to democratic economic progress. The trajectory of modern republicanism has been to largely ignore such communities of small property owners and the effects that globalization and de-industrialization have had upon them, a neglect that led to startling political repercussions in 2016.
Here is a word from our loyal and valued sponsor, Patriot Gold.
Today's All Access sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. There are storm warnings on the horizon. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell signals that he's going to start cutting interest rates. And we have to remember that the interest rate cuts of 1929, 2000, and 2007 were all followed by steep declines in the markets. After all, the only reason the Fed cuts rates is to admit that it screwed up in the first place. And when you have inflation on the one hand and rate cuts on the other, it could be real trouble. Imagine a 2008 fiscal crisis combined with a 1970s inflation. A real death cross. So don't forget, call the Patriot Gold Group. The Patriot Gold Group offers no fee for life IRAs to viewers of these videos. The IRA minimums are $25,000 and $100,000 for the no fee for life IRA. So call the Patriot Gold Group and ask for the no fee for life IRA. Hanson describes this transition. Before 2016, both Republican and Democratic political elites and the establishmentarians in the media, Wall Street, the universities, and entertainment largely agreed on a number of issues that have combined to innovate the middle class of the interior. Harris enumerates the elements of this globalist consensus. Illegal immigration and open borders have been accepted as an almost natural extension of global labor and consumer markets. Describes how liberals and ethnic activists champion those arriving, often illegally and unvetted, in expectation of their permanent political support. Republicans, for their part, welcomed the cheap labor and/or deluded themselves into thinking that amnestied and impoverished illegal immigrants would vote for family values conservatives. Amid this globalist consensus, Hanson writes that those who wanted to call a halt to illegal immigration were written off as the whines of those who did not understand the rules of free market capitalism and the obsolescence of physical borders. We'll continue this series in the next video.